Paris Games Week is a celebration of video games in France. During this 1 week, all that is usually virtual becomes real. Everybody and all that makes the gaming community in France gather to discover what will be unveiled at the end of this year and at the beginning of 2015. It's a great celebration of video games. Paris Games Week was created in 2010. It's a really young convention, with this year being the 5th edition. In those 5 years, we witnessed a tremendous growth, and we're now standing with 105 exhibitors representing about 160 brands, and with 245,000 visitors gathered at the Porte de Versailles last year. This makes us the 5th biggest convention in France and places us in the top 5 of gaming conventions in the world. So everything happened very quickly and really represents a great success today. The biggest ambition of Paris Games Week is to unite all styles of games and all gamers. Here you'll find the latest console and PC blockbusters for the end of the year, of course, but you'll also discover the French independent industry that we really want to celebrate here, such as in the Made in France section behind me. There's also a junior section that's really important and enables us to welcome all the families, and there's a retro gaming section too. The idea is to really be able to welcome everyone. Today there are many possible ways to play and experience video games, and we want to welcome everyone with open arms here. Of course, French creativity is really important for us. We have a great network of companies that create video games with a French touch that we try to give maximum support. Paris Games Week is the showcase of that, but we also try to act with public authorities in order to enable French creators to practice their art in the best possible conditions. We've struck a partnership with Game Connection that is really important for us. The idea here is to have a convention for the general public and one for the professionals. The ambition behind that is to make Paris Games Week and Game Connection a date to remember in the global video gaming scene. At Game Connection, 80% of attendees are coming from abroad and around the world to discover what Paris Games Week is about. They will be able, when back to their respective countries, to spread the word that something interesting is happening in Paris at the end of October. And that's our real
à la fin du mois d'octobre à Paris, c'est vraiment l'ambition.
Every year, Paris Games Week grows in size, and every year our challenge is to build a convention that's the right size to accommodate our fantastic audience. This year especially, we really invested to have 50% more space available compared to last year, to allow for the most comfortable setting possible for our visitors. Last year was a bit tight. This year we have more space with large alleys with more gaming stations, booths, exhibitors, and more things to do. That is essential for us. What we want is that when coming out of Paris Games Week, our visitors will remember an unforgettable day experience. Video games today have a culture of their own, a culture gathering all the other media like music and cinema. We put a lot of work into making this convention very heuristic, something that unites all those industries. And indeed, this year, Paris Games Week was inaugurated by the French Minister for Culture and Communication. So that conveys this idea that Paris Games Week goes beyond just video games. Our friends from the film industry come to showcase their work, and we also have people coming over to sing on stage. We're really at this sort of crossroad today. Video games are a formidable matrix for storytelling, with some being adapted into films or series. It's a universe that's expanding more and more into other media, and that's one of the strengths of Paris Games Week.
S'étend aux autres médias, et c'est une des forces de la Paris Games Week. Cette année, un pavillon des objets connectés.
We're hosting a section dedicated to internet-connected objects. Our idea is that those objects that are there today, very attractive items for our public of course, those objects also share and use the grammar of video games, and that's what we call gamification. All of those items, in order to be immediate and attractive to the public, use the same mechanics that video games have invented. So they seem like a natural addition to video games, a universe connected to ours that respected the DNA of video games. So we opened this section for connected objects, and indeed, the visitors are there and showing a great interest.
Les visiteurs sont au rendez-vous et manifestent beaucoup d'intérêt pour cet univers.